think I'm ready. Let's go through my stuff. So if you're watching this video now, I'm actually on a canoe trip in Algonquin Park as we speak. So not to clutter up the actual trip video, I wanted to do a little overview of the canoe and my gear before the trip, as well as bits and pieces during the trip. But I just want to lay out my gear much like my backpacking video last year, and just show you what I'm bringing on a single carry portage trip. So as you saw, I'm just one way only, no going back and forth. It's a one-way shot. So let's just go over the gear here really quick and show you what I got. You remember my canoe from last year. This is the Swift Adirondack pack boat. Weighs 26 pounds on its own. Has this removable yoke of carbon fiber, super lightweight. And this is a Werner double-bladed paddle. Great paddle, love it. And fishing rod. We're gonna make some miles on this trip, but there's always time for fishing, so we're gonna try and catch some fish too. So fishing rod, and I always keep a little cord on the front. As you can see, I don't really have to hold on to the canoe. I can just maneuver it even from my waist, guiding the front end of the canoe. So it's really handy to have, and when you get to shore, you just loop around a tree, clip it. It's not going anywhere. So that's the canoe. I absolutely love this canoe. It's so ridiculously light, and following the laws too. This is the canoe safety kit, always with the canoe. Bailing bucket, rope, whistle, flashlight, all that kind of stuff. That stays right on the canoe. So that's the canoe. And you've just seen how I tucked up the paddle in there and the fishing rod. And I got these little bungees. I don't know where they came from. They're not expensive by no means. And I just wrapped them around and put that little knuckle on there, and that's one of the best things I've ever had. I used to use those wire tie, big wire things, but these are far better. So love them. I got both 4 of them around here for different things. So that's the canoe. Let's talk gear. I've got the dead cat on the microphone, so I hope this breeze isn't interfering, but it is what it is. I'm all packed, so I'm ready to go. So it's now or never. You've seen this, I carry this like this when I'm portaging. This is the Hidden Woodsman Haversack, and I love to have a bag outside of the dry bag that I can just have between my legs and have gear at hand at all times. So this is my water filter. This is the Be Free. Absolutely my favorite water filter to date. You've heard me say that before, but it really is. But the only thing I found, the negative, is a little bit of a tender bag. That week with Joe last year, I had pinholes already in the bag, so I'm just kind of keeping that around a towel so it doesn't get jabbed by something. But this is my main drink because I'm in the canoe. Just dip the water and then just squirt it in my mouth and we're good to go. So don't really need a water bottle or canteen accessible because I'm going to have that open. Hanky. This is my tackle. Just a really lightweight kit. Spoons and spinners mostly, a few jigs, but if anything, it's probably going to be a trout trip. What else do I got? Polarized sunglasses. Got my knife. This is just the Mora Black. I wear it on a neck carry. Saw. Got my fillet knife. Sharpener. Little pair to get the hook out of the mouth. And what else we got? Safety kit. And a lighter. And I'm sure there'll be a few more things thrown in before we actually leave, but that's the the Haversack. Oh, I'll have a camera handy too, a couple cameras and batteries and that kind of stuff. So I just like to have that. If it rains, I always have room in my dry bag. I can just open it up and throw it in there, but it's nice to have something small that's always available and handy. Okay, the old dry bag. I hooked my life jacket on the back of that when I'm carrying it. Open her up. I believe this is 50 liters. That's just from Mountain Equipment Co-op. It's a nice bag. Works for me. So we'll go through these items one by one. Okay, we got rain pants and raincoat, typical for a trip. Got my old hat, heavy cover canteen kit. It's got my spork. It's got the canteen cup and the canteen. That's really a great piece of kit. Love it. And this one here is the old faithful Bush Buddy and the Titan, what is it, MSR Titan kettle with the Bush Buddy stove inside. Yep. All right. Sandals. Never really used to bring sandals or anything like that. Never actually owned a pair in my life. This is the first pair of sandals I've ever had in my life. But I brought them for Bolivia when I was going down to the river to shower and stuff. And well, they worked out okay. So I'm going to bring them along for camp shoes. Gransfors Brooks Scandinavian axe. This may or may not come. It depends if we're going to have a community axe. I'm going with 3 other guys. And it's going to be a good trip. But and highly documented. But if somebody else is bringing an axe, this may stay home. But if I'm by myself, I have this axe. My food bag, we'll go over that in a bit. Camp pillow, not sure if it's going to come or not because I have a clothes bag here. So these clothes, really, it's three days. So I got a puffy down jacket, a light sweater, a bunch of socks, some long johns and stuff to sleep in, but otherwise pretty basic for clothes. Another safety kit with bandages and some toiletries like toothbrush and stuff. And I got wet wipes actually are in my food bag. I'll get to them later, I guess. One of the bonuses of canoe camping is a little extra weight, little extras here and there. And one of my favorites for canoe camping is my camp chair. I've got a little camp chair. You've seen it before. You'll see it in the trip, but it folds up this big, but real comfy chair and really worthwhile if you got to sit around camp at night around the fire. It's great rather than on a cold wet rock or something. So camp chair. This is my sleeping bag, new to me this year. This is the Mountain Hardwear. Here, let's pull it out. This is the Mountain Hardwear Hyper Lamina Spark. It's a 0 degree bag and just bought it new. I never had a summer bag before. I always just made do with my my colder temp bag, but this is nice. Fits in a small package. Color's a little bit bright, but it's different in that it's got the center zip on this one, and it's a nice feature because I also have a bivvy for a different trip I'm going to be doing. And I like the idea of the center zip that you can just kind of slide right in and then pull your zipper up instead of trying to fight to the side if you're in a confined space. So that's my new summer bag, the Mountain Hardwear Hyper Lamina 0 degree Spark. So hope it works out good. This is my my sleep pad. This is the Climate X-Wave Ultralight sleeping bag. I've had this one for a few years. Don't use it as much as my Thermarest Neo Air Trekker, but It's a smaller pad, little skeleton frame. It's not long, but it's a good lightweight summertime sleeping pad, and it works for me. So, Old Faithful. This is the Hubba NX one-man tent. I usually keep the poles separate, but I got her all packed up here. This is a great little tent. We're right in the heart of bug season, so I'll be bringing the inner nest of the tent. But this is the tent as a whole with the bug net. So it's nice size little tent. You've seen it in all my other trips. It's the same one as last year, so I won't set it up again. It's in my backpacking video too of my gear. So Hubba NX. So we're getting down there. Can't fry fish without a frying pan, so I got the heavy cover frying pan. So this is all the same stuff. Tighten that up. Is the heavy cover canteen and the total kit with the spork. So, nice little setup. Me and Joe used this last year in the Algonquin trip too, frying our fish. Worked great. And one more little extra perk for me is coffee maker. Real coffee. We're canoe camping. We don't have to be uncivilized. So I'm gonna have some real espresso in the morning. So that'll be nice. Nice treat. And that brings us to the old food bag. Well, that wind is not going away. I hope the audio is okay in the video. The old food bag. This is the Haversack. It's about 10 liters, and we'll talk more about this in the future. This is brand new to me. Always wanted one. And basically all this is a bear-proof bag. I've seen Sean has a video where a bear tooth punctures it, but it doesn't get your food. And that's when you're hanging a bear bag all the time, you're always like, oh, maybe they could get it, maybe they can't, but when they get your food, it's gone. This might get crumpled, but it's not gone. And also, you only tie it to a tree. You don't have to hang it up in the sky. You just tie it at your level or whatever to a branch or a tree. And as long as the branch or tree is strong enough, they're not getting the bag if you tie it right. So that's the Haversack. And this is food for 3 days. So let's just open it up and go through my food. This food for 3 days is a shameful lot. I did no real preparations. I've got dehydrated store-bought meals, so not proud of that, but it is what it is. I just haven't had time to do some proper dehydrating or make any fancy meals, so it is what it is. So let's go through the food here. That's not food. Bug lotion and some soap and a little scrubby for my pot. Brown sugar. This is oatmeal. So that's brown sugar for the oatmeal and brown sugar for the coffee. So we got some real coffee, brown sugar and oatmeal. We got 2 bags here of fish crisp. Now, I brought it here somewhere. Every time I make the fish in the batter, I call it fish crisp, and I always repackage it. In fact, I also put another bag inside the bag so you don't contaminate the bag. So you just put the fish in the other bag and then sprinkle it in, so you don't, nothing like putting fish into a bunch of batter, only using a quarter of it and then having it all fishy and gross. So I put a bag inside the bag. But anyway, people keep asking me for the recipe for my fish crisp, and I always say it's not mine. This is the bag, Rocky Madsen Fish Crisp. If you're Canadian, it's at Canadian Tire, but they have it in lots of grocery stores now. It's one of my favorite things, other than the beer batter deep fry, but we won't be doing any deep frying out there. So Rocky Madsen Fish Crisp is what we're going to batter the fish with, and that couples with a jug of oil. Alright, I always have a little measuring cup for my oatmeal in the morning. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 Alpine Fare meals. We got the old spicy sausage pasta, black beans and rice, mac and cheese, and chicken gumbo. Like I said, not proud of that. I don't hate the taste of them though. Some people don't like them at all. I kind of like them, and they give you that extra salt kick at night too that I'm not used to. Got some wet wipes to clean up. A little bit of trail mix. Some instant coffees just to go with my lunch. That's the Nescafe 3-in-1. It's kind of like a hot chocolatey coffee. That's just the energy bar. These are all Cliff Protein Builders Bar, and I'm not, we'll try them, but I'll tell you what, I'm never going to eat one of those turd-shaped Cliff bars again in my life. I think I ate my last one last fall, and I said I will never eat these again. They're so horrible. But it's always good to have something, you know, mid-morning, even just to get over that 3 o'clock in the afternoon low. Little bar or some trail mix just to nibble on in between meals. So I think we're good. So there you have it. That's the gear bomb. Needless to say, there might be a thing or two here or there. I didn't show any camera equipment or tripods, and I may throw in something else. But if you're watching this, like I said, I'm probably on my first official canoe trip of the year, other than playing around in the winter. So I'm really looking forward to it, going with a good group of guys. And like I said, this will be a highly documented trip. So Dig Outside is outside again. I think that's all I got to say. Didn't want to leave you hanging. Didn't want to waste a trip video going over gear. So I hope this helps. It helps you pack and see what you may do the same or different. And I think it's fairly minimalistic. Nothing too extravagant other than a chair and a coffee maker. Pretty well everything else you really do need. So hope it helps. And I hope you look forward to the next video. It's trip time with some buddies. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.